All right, Splitgate 2 just launched and they launched with a battle royale. So let's unpack everything there is to this game mode because it is huge. So let's start with the basics, right? This is a 60-man battle royale. You drop into a map. It's separated in 5 distinct biomes. I'll get to that in just a second. You spawn with a basic pistol. You have some loot chests, some airdrops, and you can obviously loot off of players that you eliminate. Now, this is obviously the basic. This is kind of like this in every single battle royale. You also have access to armor plates and you have access to the obvious portal gun that is tuned down where you can only portal a certain amount, and just like armor rarity, you have a portal gun rarity which lets you portal more and more. So the game is kind of slowed down and it is a little bit easier, I feel like, for newer players to get in, but it does still keep the portal aspect of Splitgate in. Now, here comes the particular aspect of Splitgate. The way it works is, when you drop, you have the choice between 5 distinct biomes. The first one being Drought, the second Fracture, Glacier, and Inferno. Those are randomly selected at the beginning of the game. So you're going to have, let's say, one game Drought first, another Glacier first, etc., etc. You have a 5th map, which is Sanctum. This is a central ruins map, and essentially it has higher tier loot, you have access to power weapon, and it appears only after the round 2, which is essentially the second closure of zones. There is only 3 rounds, so the games are fairly fast paced, and because of obviously the portaling aspect, you can rotate pretty far, pretty fast, and with one single portal, a whole squad can be zapped like 500 meters. So there is so much opportunity to make big plays. Now, the particularity is, this is not just a battle royale where when you die, you have your reboot card or whichever kind of thing like Apex where you have to go back and reboot your ally. The way it works is, when you're downed, you go into a respawn setup. You have a certain timer, let's say 20 seconds. And at the end of the 20 seconds, if at least one or more of your teammates are alive, you will respawn. If you kill someone while you're down a player, that also drops down the timer. So works a little bit like, for example, people that played Fortnite Reload, it is a similar setup to this. So it's engaging and you don't feel like, you have that spectating thing where you just die and you start spectating. This holds up until the very, very end of the game. So even in end games, if you hold and clutch, you can literally get your whole team respawned. There is also dynamic events. So we have, for example, Portal EMP, which disables portal usage and a whole biome. You have sometimes Drop Frenzy, which makes it that there's a bunch of airdrops with high tier loot that spawns in. You have a bunch of other little events like the little buying station being half price, and certain others. There's a bunch. I can put a link down with all of the small events that can shift the way the game works. As I said, this is still Splitgate, and the particular thing, and I've spoken to multiple people about this at this point, is this feels like an arena style battle royale and not just a regular loot and hide type of battle royale. So it is way faster. The Splitgate mechanics are still there. The core is still there. The fact that you can portal out around and use it to outplay or use it to rotate around makes it so fun. I don't even have anything else to say. I just feel like this game needs to be tried out. And this game mode definitely needs to be tried out, because I will be making vids on this. I know. And I also know that this is the beginning of something great. Truthfully, this is the beginning of something great. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. I appreciate all the likes. Appreciate all the love. I read all comments. Peace.